Bourbon Drinker's Log. Star date, whatever the heck date this is. I have decided to continue my journey into the Tin Cup Rye since I didn't give it a very nice review the other day. Oh, that's a little bit better. I don't have the sky in my hair. That's much better. Got a little fire going. What? Why not? Why not? It's Friday night. Hey, there's somebody watching. Hi, Mike. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing it the cheap old-fashioned way, just doing it with my phone. This isn't a formal Bourbcast. I'm just doing it because I feel like it, and the dogs are starting to pester me. Look at that. Look at that face. How do I ignore that face? Anyway, I'm out here on the porch, and I'm doing my thing, but the other night I did Tin Cup, and I didn't give it the friendliest, excuse me, Berkeley. I didn't give it the friendliest of reviews. And it's not that I'm feeling guilty about that, but I do think that it's really hard to get me and that in the same frame because it's so pretty. Anyway, I feel like I needed to give Tin Cup Rye another opportunity to wow me because I did Tin Cup Rye on Wednesday, and I did it after doing the Tin Cup regular original bourbon and the Tin Cup 10-year. And I didn't have good notes for the rye. And it's an MGP sourced rye. It's the same as Bullet, basically. Just it's aged in barrels in Colorado at a different sea level and different char and different things like that. So let's give it another try, shall we? And this is the Tin Cup Rye. Just doing it on the phone tonight, not all that special setup. Just gonna be a short one. Believe it or not, I can do short videos. You watch. I can do it. And I'm going to be burning pieces of my apple tree. You see all that pile over there? Yeah, that was my apple tree. It really needed prunes, so I prunified it. All right, so speaking of apples, I'm getting a very fruity note on this. Maybe it's just because I'm thinking of apples, and so there's some honey on it. There's some save your applewood for your smoker. So I'll show you. You're gonna like this. This is all the stuff that I'm saving. All that's what I'm saving. And I mean, I pruned this thing. You gotta see it. Now this thing was probably 30 feet high. I know, I'm taking on a little tour tonight. This thing was probably 30 feet high. And it was insane. So I've decided to completely cut it down. I mean, there's not much left of the tree. It kind of grew crooked because that's the direction that it wants to see the sun. Hey, Kevin, how are you? We're talking about my apple tree that I chopped up. But this is really all that's left of it. I took probably 20 feet off the top of it. I took probably, I don't know, 6 or 8 feet off the sides of it. And I've got these new shoots coming up. Which, you know, maybe it'll end up being an apple tree. Yeah, you like that, huh? Good. So that's the hope is that maybe the next time it's ready to make apples, I'll be able to reach them. And I'll be able to spray it in time that the bugs don't get in the flowers. And then I'm able to, you know, have some nice apples. I haven't been able to harvest good apples off that tree for a while. And we had a bumper crop of apples this year. They're just full of bugs. And I mean, some of them I could eat, but a lot of them, they ended up on the ground, and that's a mess. And we had a lot of apples and I couldn't eat them. So I threw them in the woods for the animals to eat. They'll eat them, they'll like them. Speaking of, getting back to the reason that we're here. So some of that I'm just gonna burn up because it's just the shrubbery and it's not gonna be really good to do much with. And I'm kind of anxious to get it out of my yard, but the rest of the stuff, I got lots of that wood, so I'll be using that in the smoker. Okay. Now I need to know how to carve my own bacon. I need pigs first. Anyway, all right. So I'm getting, like I said, a real nice fruit note. Maybe apples, maybe some raisins. That toasted cereal is still there. Little honey. Toasted cereal is probably the top note. What are we drinking tonight? Paused the Matrix trilogy to get ready for the new one. All right, good for you. I need to watch those again too. I didn't realize that was Hugo Weaving as the bad guy, as the, what is it, Mr. Smith or Dr. Smith or whatever. I don't know the Matrix real well. I wasn't a huge fan, but I didn't realize that was Hugo Weaving. Now I do. And I don't know if he's reprising the role or not. Anyway, I'm a fan of Hugo Weaving. I like him. What we're doing, Kevin, is giving the Tin Cup another try because I don't think I gave it a very fair shake on Wednesday. I tried it after trying the Tin Cup original and then the Tin Cup 10-year, and this is a rye. It's a completely different monster. It's MGP. It's just basically the same juice as Bullet, just, you know, barreled differently and stored differently and not as long. This is only a 3-year rye. So this is just kind of impromptu, and I wish the neighbor would shut up. I know, I'm always complaining about him, but I really, okay. All right. Yeah, that toasted cereal is definitely hitting me. Grabbed the Tin Cup rye after watching the video, and it was not that bad. I agree with you in the cereal notes. Good, good. I'm glad you picked it up, and I'm glad we have something to talk about there. That's why I do this, is so we can kind of share the opportunity. And I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm doing my best to read the stuff that comes up on the screen. But I do like Bullet Rye. It's one of my, actually, it's a rye, I'm not going to say favorite, but it's a rye that I really, really like. I like that one. I like the Michter's rye. I like some of these ryes that aren't necessarily a rye that started off being a rye company. You know, these are notably bourbon companies. But I do like their ryes. And I do like Bullet Rye, and this is essentially the same juice. So let's see if the juice is worth the squeeze. Jeez. There's something wrong. Toasted cereal note is really strong on it. You can definitely tell that this is a different, it may be the same juice, but the way that they do it and the char of the barrels, I think it's a number 3 char. I think they do that with all their products, but I'm not exactly sure. I could be a little wrong on that. Been wrong before. I know that the 10-year and the original bourbon are both done in a number 3 char. This may be different since it's a rye. I will tell you, I like the Bullet Rye better. I don't know, let's give it another shot. I could see pear. I could see pear. I'm just thinking, you know, last time that we did this, I was getting leather notes, and I wasn't very complimentary about the leather notes. I said it reminded me of an old bowling shoe. The leather notes are still there, but it's not as musty as the bowling shoe analogy that I gave it. Hey, my lights came on. It's pretty out here. I like it out here. You know, I think here in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to invite my regulars from Beautiful Bourbon to come here and drink with me. We'll light a fire, sit out here on the deck, and sample some bourbons. Kevin, I think you've got a couple of them you want to bring me. I'm hoping you didn't open them and drink them. But maybe I'll just do that. So Mike and Kevin and a few of the others that are regulars here, we'll just have a little beautiful bourbon party and get to know each other a little bit. And you'll be able to talk back. See, I'll be able to hear your voice. Bring your significant others if you want to. That way they can drive you home. All right. One more time. That distinction between pear and apple, Mike, boy. Is there something like a pear or a purple? There's something in between there. It's in there. There's, you could say pear, you could say apple. It's somewhere in between, I think. Those lights are bright, aren't they? But I'm not going to tell you this is one of my favorite ryes. It's okay. It's all right. It's better than what I thought it was on Wednesday, but I just don't think that this is one I'm going to want to drink very often. I'll hold on to it in case people want to come try it. Or, I got a friend of mine that's decided that he's really liking rye all of a sudden. I don't know that he'll like this one because he seems to like the lower rye, like the Sazerac, which is only 51% rye, and the Elijah Craig, which is only 51% rye. But he does like the High West double rye too. So maybe he'll like this. This is just such an unusual flavor. Just such an unusual flavor. I don't know if he'll like it or not, but I'll hold on to it so other people can try it. I just wanted to give this a fair shot. It's a Friday night. I got a fire going, and I just thought I'd share it with you a little bit and give the rye another try. So I'm going to be burning up some of that applewood. See if I can get the neighborhood all nice and smoky. Then they'll be cussing me out. That neighbor over there, blah. So I just got yelled at by a squirrel. Like, go to bed. All right, guys. Hey, thank you for hanging out with me on a Friday night. It was nice having your company and just checking out the fire and the rye and my silliness. So, Kevin, I'll let you get back to what you got there. Overholt 11-year rye is great. If you got one last year, I did. I got 2 of them. I haven't opened them yet. I smoked my neighbors out with my. Again, I don't have my glasses on. With my, looks like it says offset. Enjoy your night, bud. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the fire, and I'm going to burn up more of that wood over there and try to get through the rest, not the rest, just more of this rye. And I did bring the 10-year up, too, because I'm anxious to get them out of my collection. This is at least 90 proof. The rest of them are 80, so, I guess the 10 years like a 84 proof. So, oh well. We'll get through them. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me on a Friday night and checking out the fire and checking out the rye. It's getting dark. I'm going to go. I'm going to drink. I'm going to burn some apple wood chips and stuff. And let me just leave you with this. Everybody should have a nice fire on a Friday night. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Can you feel it? Oh, you can feel it. All right, that's it. Hey, Judy, how are you? We're just wrapping up. You just came on just as we're wrapping up. I've got the fire going, and I'm doing the tin cup rye because I didn't give it a very nice review on Wednesday, and quite frankly, I'm not getting it a very nice review tonight either. It's meh. It's better than I gave it credit for on Wednesday, but it's still not a great rye. Not one of my favorites at all. But tin cup, they don't really have anything that I would consider a favorite. We're just giving it a shot here and saying hello quickly on a Friday night. So enjoy the fire, and we will talk to you again probably next Thursday. So nighty night.